In Atomy, it's very different. Atomy, their goal is razor sharp management. So their goal is low cost. So what they're trying to do, they are a distribution hub. So they want to find the highest qualities out on the market that's being distributed to you right now. And they want to bring that product to Atomy and provide it for an even more reasonable price to you. So that is the goal for Atomy. And if you believe in that company motto, that company belief, then you can share that with them then. The toothpaste, when we first started, was 180 grams. But we increased the product to 200 grams. But we kept the price the same. Same thing with the deep cleanser and foam cleanser and so on. So that's the kind of company Atomy is. Even though we're doing very well, even though we're renewing the design, we are continuing to promise the same price to everybody here today. So if you think that that is something that is very valuable to you or to other individuals that are around you, then that's what you share. You say, this is a company that can be trusted because of their actions, not because of just words being spoken, but because of the actions that they are taking to stay within the principles that they are preaching. So that's very important, right? And then after inviting and sharing, what are we going to do? We're going to show the plan. And in showing the plan, this is the most important part, right? So if you look at here, it says first, company information, second, product compensation, and we're going to be speaking about these things to the individuals that we meet. But the best way to speak to individuals around you will be to invite them to seminars like this today. Because there's just so much information, and there's so many things that they can hear from other people that will maybe move them and show them the vision, right? And let's say that you're not very good at speaking. Then what can you do? You can utilize the VODs. You can say, listen, I want to share this with you, but I'm not very good at explaining it yet. So let's sit down for an hour. I'll turn the VOD on with you, and let's write down some questions that we may have, and let's just listen to this. So what's Atomy doing? Atomy is giving everybody the same opportunities to succeed. And in this, we want to be able to focus on all the points. So in the company, right, our vision is to distribute all the products that we can to every individual around us at the lowest possible price. And that's where our products come in. And then our compensation plan, we are able to succeed in Atomy because we have an unlimited opportunity for growth. What does that mean? That means that individuals that just you register, it doesn't end there. The person that you register, if they register in a different country through somebody else, as long as they are a part of your group, you get how many percent? 100% of their PV accumulates in your group. So earlier today, we spoke about Singapore. We said that Singapore is not very big, right? But what do we say? It can become the center of the world. If you look at the growth in Korea and you look at the growth in Taiwan, it's incredible. Within a year and a half already, there are individuals earning more than $20,000 a month. And it hasn't even been 2 years yet. But that wasn't possible in Korea. But now it's becoming possible. Why is that? Because people are starting to understand and respect Atomy. They see that this is real. We're not just saying things here and there, but there's actual growth, and there's things that they can actually see, and then the products are actually of value. So now it's becoming a brand name. The other day, I went to the mall, and I asked them, do you know Atomy? And they said, oh, no, I've never heard of Atomy. But I showed them the logo, and she said, I've seen this logo. I heard that this product was good, but I didn't know the name. but I know the logo. So what's that mean for you? That means that the opportunity for growth is going to become greater and greater and greater because now everybody knows this brand. But you are here today and you are already registered. But people in Malaysia, they cannot register yet, right? People in Cambodia, they cannot register yet. So who has the first step? Who has the foot in right now? You do. So you will become the hub. So when you tell individuals around you, it will continue to grow and grow and grow. And that's the vision of Atomy. It's not you working by yourself, but it's other individuals that you can work with to accomplish that passive and residual income that we're speaking about. Next, we're going to talk about following up, okay? So after you tell them about the product, maybe they purchased one of your skincare products, or after you tell them about the compensation plan, or you tell them whatever it may be, you need to follow up with them, okay? Let's look at the checkup here. It says, do not just sell once and forget. A lot of people seem to just sell the product. They just sell the toothpaste. They just sell the skincare. And they don't follow up. They automatically assume that since the product is so good, that the consumer will come running back to you. That's not always the case. So what do you need to do? You need to follow up with them and ask them within 48 hours, how was that product? How is it going? Are there any questions that you have? And you want to continue the conversation. Next, don't just tell once and assume. Sometimes people are not willing to say that they don't know. They don't want to sound like they don't understand. So they'll say, yes, I understand. Okay. But they don't want to ask you. So what is it that you have to do? You have to break it down for them and you have to explain it again and again and again so they really understand what it is that you are talking about. Because at first they won't admit it. They'll say, oh, yeah, this is just like everything else, right? But that's not true, right? And lastly, don't just think that they know everything just because they say that they know everything, and continue to help them within the system. Okay? Next slide. Now, let's say that you've done everything, okay? You've educated yourself. You know a lot about the company. You know a lot about the products. You know everything that you need to know about Atomy, and you've been sharing the vision with everybody. Okay? You've been inviting individuals to come. And now, where are you? You are probably a leader now. You are probably a sales master, or you're probably in a position where you are a sponsor. You have sponsored somebody, right? There are other partners under you. So you're going to have to consult with them. You're going to have to counsel them. And these are some of the basic questions or problems that you are going to face. So the first one, what does it say? It says that I don't know many people, right? You tell them about all this and we're creating a list and you tell them, oh, you can do it. But then they come back to you a few days later and they call you and they say, oh, I don't know anybody. I don't know who I should tell. So what is it that you need to do then? That means that they don't know how to create their prospect list yet. They're just assuming in their head they don't know anybody. So what do? You invite them again and you sit down with them and you want to go through their cell phone, okay, and write down all the names that they know. And then we're going to start inviting them, okay, and we're going to start sharing with them what that person has experienced. And what happens after that? You get another individual. After they use the product, they will also be willing to share their network with you because the product is of value. That's the power of Atomy. That's the power of creating your list. So your list continues to grow. So that one person you contacted, that person also has a list, right? So let's say that my list was 50 people, but individual, let's say Sam. Sam's list is 100 people. So how big has my list become now? 150. Because we have unlimited growth. So after we continue to share the vision, it is impossible for you to run out of people. If you're doing this system the right way, it is impossible for you to run out of people to speak to. So, number one, the problem that we have, I don't know many people. Is that going to become a problem? No, after you counsel them and you speak to them about what it is that you can help them do, creating that list, they should feel what? Empowered. The second one we want to speak about is, I have registered many, but I don't have any revenue. So you have a lot of empty houses. You have 20, 30 people on your leg, but there is 0 purchases. So what does that mean? This person is probably very charismatic. They're probably very good at persuading individuals and inviting them to join the company. But they're probably not a user themselves. They don't have that product Atomy and the product trust. They haven't experienced the product well enough where they're speaking to their partners about the product. They're only speaking about the vision. They're speaking to them about, wow, can you imagine living this kind of life? Can you imagine this, this, and this? But they're not speaking about what? The product. So they have lots of people register, but they don't have any actual revenue. So you need to sit down with that person and you need to analyze and see how they recruit individuals around them. So how do you approach your friends? How do you approach your consumers? What do you say to them? What are your main points when you contact them? And usually there will be somebody who are speaking about the compensation plan, marketing plan, and the vision, and leaving out the products. The third point will be the opposite of that, right? I have trouble registering people, but everybody wants to buy the product from them. Oh, I don't want to register, right? I'll just buy it from you. That's what they say. So this person is lacking the ability to what? To implant the vision inside of this individual. They need to work on why it is important for them to register. What it means. If you register now and you have another person register under you, that means that you become the upline and you benefit from all the purchases being made from now until forever. So if you explain these things, then they will be willing to what? Register. But usually individuals who have trouble registering individuals are people who don't know how to explain the benefits of becoming a member. In order for your business to build, you have to have auto consumers. What does that word mean to you? A auto consumer. Automatic consumption. In order for automatic consumption to take place, they have to be willing to make purchases on their own. That is residual income. But let's say that they are only making purchases through you. Is that auto consumption? Let's say that you go away. You're on vacation. Well, are the individuals that you used to sell to, are they going to be able to buy the products from you? No, you're gone. So what's happening now? Your business is going down because you have left. So that is not the system that we want to build, okay? We want to encourage individuals to register and become auto sales masters or auto consumers, and we want to teach them each step of the way. And we want to educate them to show them why it is necessary for them to do exactly that, okay? And the next point that we have, I have many registered people, but it's become stagnant. Okay? So let's say that you are a sales master. Okay? You've achieved sales master. But your group is not growing anymore, then you have to look back at yourself and think, how am I doing this business? Am I limiting myself by the words that I am saying? For example, if I only believe that you could, Atomy, that you can become successful in Atomy if you do it full time, then who am I going to be looking for? Individuals who can do Atomy only full time. So what's going to happen? You're going to run out of individuals who can do this business full time. So your business will grow, but then you'll hit a wall and it'll become stagnant because you're limiting yourself and you're only recruiting or letting individuals who follow your personal viewpoints register. And that's not what we want. We want everybody. We want individuals who can do this part-time, full-time, or just consume 1 item, 2 items, 10 items. It doesn't matter. We want to be able to become a chameleon and cater and understand, become wise and cater to each individual around us. Okay? And then the next one that we have is number 5 and 6. Okay? We don't want to make the same mistakes again. Okay? So what we want to do is encourage our partners to ask questions before they take action. Let's say that I've done this business for 1 year. So that means that your year experience is going to be greater than the person who just now started. So you don't want them to make the same mistakes. Maybe they think that it's important for them to only recruit individuals who want to do this as a business. But let's say that you've already experienced that. You've already talked to other individuals and you understand that that is not the way to go. But since this person did not ask, what are they doing? They're just assuming that what they're doing is going in the right direction. But in the end, it becomes a waste of time for them, right? So we want to encourage everybody to ask questions, okay? Don't assume that you know, even registering somebody. Oh, let me just register this person on my A leg or on my B leg. But if you have a sponsor who is in the Atomy system and understands, consult with them. They want you to do well, right? They'll never tell you something that's going to become harmful to you if they really care about you. Because your growth is whose growth? Is their growth. So they want to encourage you and they'll probably counsel you to make the right decisions. Oh, let's look at your A leg, let's look at your right leg, let's see how everything's going. And then they'll see where it is that you should register that individual. So it's very important for you to counsel them and to lead them to get to that point. Let's go to the next slide. Is duplicate and repeat. Okay? What you want to be able to do is duplicate